The chapel froze the moment Evelyn's mother said aloud, "You changed your name, not shock judgment?" Every head turned. Her father's hand tightened around the program. Her brother went quiet in the doorway, and Evelyn slipped into the second row seat. The chair labeled family beside her stayed empty, like every milestone they'd skipped. Growing up in Austin, Evelyn learned early that noise meant importance, and importance never belonged to her. Her mother's heels always clicked toward Brendan, loud demanding, or toward Vivian, soft and adored. Evelyn was the quiet one, who packed her own lunches and cleaned her own messes. The day she first noticed the pattern, she was 12, Vivian's art show was packed. Mom hovered proudly over her. Evelyn stood in a corner with a science award certificate from that morning one no one remembered. Through high school, they arrived late to her graduation. One seat in the family section stayed empty. Hers in college, it didn't change award ceremonies. Research presentations achievements. Evelyn sat alone each time, smoothing creased programs and swallowing the familiar sting of being unseen. Her parents dismissed every protest. "Don't be dramatic, Evelyn." So she stopped speaking up. Slowly, silence became her second skin. The shift didn't come in one dramatic moment. It built over years, like quiet pressure pressing against a locked door. 8 months before her dissertation defense, Evelyn sent her family a formal notice April 22nd. 3 p.m. she texted, emailed, reminded them at dinners their replies were predictable. A heart emoji, a thumbs up. A casual "well try." Then Brendan posted it, the family barbecue, April 22nd. Exactly overlapping her defense. When she confronted him, he sounded confused. People can do both, they couldn't. And he knew that her mother laughed it off. "Honey, don't be dramatic." But Evelyn felt the truth sinking in. They weren't confused, they were choosing again. The final blow came the day before her defense. Her mother answered from the barbecue setup laughing. "We'll be there tomorrow," she said, distracted. The next afternoon, her phone buzzed. "Where are you?" "We're all at Brendan's." Evelyn didn't cry. She didn't beg. She defended 8 years of work in a room missing 5 faces that should have been there. When "Congratulations, Dr. Evelyn Brennan" echoed, she felt nothing except a familiar hollow ache. That night, alone in her apartment, she created a new folder called Transition. No emotion, just clarity. A life they would no longer have access to. Evelyn downloaded the name change petition, printed it, and highlighted each requirement. With steady hands, she updated her accounts, created spreadsheets mapping every step. And by midnight, her digital world held more structure than her family ever offered her. At the courthouse, she filled out the forms. Line by line, Evelyn Morrison settled into the spaces, like it belonged there. The clerk stamped the paper final. Outside, the sun felt different, like something she didn't have to earn. In the following days, she updated emails, transferred documents, archived memories, and boxed her apartment. She left behind unread messages, missed calls, and voices she no longer wanted to justify herself to. The movers carried her life toward Portland. She drove north for 2 days, shedding threads of a life she had carried alone. Portland greeted her with gray skies and soft drizzle. Her new apartment was small but bright. Her new workplace welcomed her without comparisons. No one asked about her family. No one measured her against louder siblings. Slowly, a steadiness began to settle inside her. She updated licenses, registrations, medical records, emergency contacts. Every click, every form, every signature was hers, precise, calm, deliberate. Weeks later, her name change approval arrived. She printed it, Evelyn Morrison Final. She didn't announce it, she simply lived. But her silence echoed loudly. For those who are used to being centered, HR notified her that someone attempted to access her file. Her old emergency contact denied. The Austin apartment manager called. Her family wanted her forwarding address denied. When she powered on her old phone, it lit up with 83 missed calls. "Where are you? Stop being childish. You owe us an explanation." She owed them nothing. Then Aunt Ruth passed away. the only family member who had ever truly seen her. Evelyn returned to Austin for the funeral. When her mother saw the program, with Evelyn Morrison printed on it, she froze. "You changed your name." Outside after the service, her mother whispered, "Families move past things." Evelyn answered softly, "You chose a barbecue over my doctorate. You didn't forget, you prioritized." This time, the boundary wasn't emotional. It was legal digital. Documented, immutable. Vivian said we didn't have to go this far. "I didn't go far," Evelyn replied. "I went where I was seen." She left them standing in the church parking lot, shocked, reaching, unable to follow back in Portland. Life settled around Evelyn like a soft night. She walked to work under gentle gray skies. Her name on emails. Project briefs and documents felt more real each day. Anchoring her colleagues listened. Alex asked genuine questions. The city's quiet matched hers instead of punishing it. Sometimes she sat on her balcony wrapped in a blanket, rain tracing lines down the railing. She thought of the empty chairs at her defense, but the hurt had changed shape, flattened into memory rather than wound. She didn't hate them. Hatred was heavy, and she no longer carried their weight. The name change wasn't revenge. It was a boundary, a clean line. On one side was the life where she waited to be chosen. On the other, the life she chose for herself. She realized she hadn't run away from her family. She had simply walked toward the person she was always meant to be. Now when she signed her name, Evelyn Morrison, the silence that followed wasn't empty. It was hers, and some doors stayed closed. Simply because she no longer needed to walk through them.